Okay, hi everyone. Nico Anna here, coming on live. And oh dear, of course, my dogs start barking as soon as I come on live. So, listen, everyone, I've been wanting to help around this issue because this is coming up for me, it's coming up for myself. I don't know if any of you follow news or media. Probably you do if you're on YouTube. I don't personally watch a lot of news or media coverage around like current events just because I limit my content that's coming into me, like my exposure to lots of different content, just because I like to keep my nervous system really peaceful and I like to be in control of, input that I'm receiving. That's just my personal practice. So of course, not saying it's bad to watch news, but I think you all probably know that taking in content from news and other media sources that can be describing upsetting events is going to affect your nervous system and particularly could possibly trigger you around some of your own trauma and events in your life. So there's something you can do about this. You can tap around it. So I'm specifically talking about, the recent event, and I'm just going to go ahead and name the event that right now I think is probably one of the things that everyone's watching is about the strangulation of Gabby Petito. And I don't want to trigger anyone here, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that's the event that really sort of inspired or motivated me to come on here and do some tapping around this, because I know I personally got triggered around it and had to do some tapping. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of news, but I just happened to get exposed to this content on YouTube. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to just address not just that event, but any event that you are getting information about, news, that's causing you to feel triggered. So typically, if you're taking in information, it's going to cause you, that's unpleasant or upsetting. It's going to cause you to feel anxious, possibly panicked, possibly angry, frustrated, enraged, depressed, despondent, apathetic, victimized. There's just so many ways that we can feel around this information that's coming into us, because the problem with it for us is that we can't do anything about it, right? We're watching it. It's one-way information, and it's usually far away from us, and there's not much we can do about it. So that can be frustrating. And also, it can, again, trigger our own trauma, things that remind us of our own trauma. So we might even be sort of sympathizing with a victim around something, and that causes us to be triggered, or getting triggered by a dynamic around an event. So again, we don't even have to get real specific, but we're just going to tap on it in general. So why don't we just do the tapping now, okay? So I'm just going to ask you all to think about something that is triggering you. And when I say triggered, I just mean like it upsets you. Like, I think when you're triggered, right? You're going to feel upset, angry, frustrated, anxious, whatever that is, okay? And just think about it for a moment. Okay, tune into that feeling. And I'm going to ask you to take your SUD level, which is just the number 0 to 10, of how triggered you're feeling, how upset you're feeling, how stressed you're feeling. 0 would be not at all, which is great, you don't have to tap. 10 would be I'm really maxed out. So just tune in, get your number, don't overthink it, set it aside. Okay. Now, just take responsibility for your own health and well-being as always, because that's how it works. You can tap with me. Take a deep breath. Now, we're going to do our setup statement. So just either repeat the words after me, or you can let these words be your own, okay, just in your mind. I suggest repeating it if possible. Even though this is really upsetting me, I feel really upset, anxious, angry, scared. I really don't know what to do with this, but I know it's really upsetting me right now. And even though I want to stay informed, I want to know what's going on, I almost wish I hadn't seen this. Well, I'm going to love and accept myself right now the way I feel anyway. Even though this news is really upsetting me, it's really making me angry. It's really making me frustrated, panicked, angry, enraged, despondent. You can pick your own word here. I wish I had not seen it. I wish I didn't know about it. But at the same time, I need to know about it. I need to know about these things. I'm going to forgive myself for allowing this to upset me. Even though I'm really upset about this news, I'm really angry, I'm really frustrated, I'm really pissed off, I'm really, really upset, I'm scared, I'm freaked out. This freaks me out, man. Wish I hadn't seen it. But everybody's talking about it. I can't get away from this news. I'm almost a little obsessed about it now. I keep checking the news to see if there's any updates. It's really making me feel anxious. I wish I could let it go. But it's bothering me now. And you know what? I'm going to decide and choose just to feel safe anyway. I choose to feel safe anyway, even though I'm having these feelings. Okay, let's start tapping through the points now. Oh, this news. I can't believe it. It's so upsetting. I can't do anything about it. It's very upsetting. It makes me angry. It makes me sad. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about this news. I wish I could get away from it. I feel all sorts of things about it. I feel guilty that I can't do anything about it. I feel angry that no one's doing anything about it or doing the wrong things. I feel confused because I'm hearing so many viewpoints. I feel a little ashamed. I don't even know why. I feel guilty and ashamed. I feel panicked. I feel anxious, scared. My heart rate is up. I can tell I'm getting really stressed, you guys. I'm going to these points right here at the bottom of the rib cage. These are kind of alternate points. Okay. I know that my system is stressed under the arms. I can tell that my blood pressure is going up. I'm probably getting really stressed in my nervous system over this. Stomach hurts, my head hurts, I can't sleep. I've got all kinds of symptoms. You can insert your own symptoms here. I've got all this stuff because of this news. I wish I could just forget about it and let it go. But I also feel guilty that I should be paying attention. I should be doing something about it. At least I should know about it. It's important to be informed. But I wish I could just turn it all off. I wish I could just get away from the stress. So I'm going to recognize that there's a conflict here. On the one hand, I feel like I should be paying attention to this news about this event or all these events. But on the other hand, it really just upsets me. It really ruins my day. It ruins my day and my mood. It makes me feel triggered. It reminds me of things I don't want to think about. It reminds me of things that happened to me or other people. It just makes me upset. So I'm just going to acknowledge I'm having this conflict right now. And there is a part of me that knows it's important to take care of myself. The other part of me feels guilty and ashamed, possibly one or both. But there is a part of me that knows what to do here, knows how to take care of myself. there's a part of me that knows that this is something I need to monitor. This is something I need to be in control of. That it's okay for me to decide what information is going to come into my consciousness, my nervous system. If I want to turn off the news and stop taking in this information, that's okay. It's safe to do that now. It's safe to take care of myself, and I'm going to consider that this is self-care. It's safe to have boundaries around news, even if other people maybe don't. Maybe people that I know want to talk to me about it, and I don't want them to. I feel a little guilty for telling them I don't want to hear about it, but it's okay to have boundaries around that. I'm going to consider that it's safe to have boundaries around news that upsets me. I can choose to not talk about it. I can choose to limit my exposure, and it doesn't mean I'm saying anyone else is bad. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though I'm feeling upset about this. All right, let's all take a breath. Put my glasses on so I can see if anyone's in the chat. So you can ask me questions if you're watching live. Just to tune in again to that number that you had in the beginning. Just see if it's shifted at all. Some of that language may land for you, some of it may not, and that's okay. But if you want to keep tapping on this, whatever came up for you, like what really stood out to you, like, oh yeah, that's really true. Like if it's something I said really like stood out to you, then take that and tap on that a little further, and just get curious. If you want to get curious about it, like, why did that land for me? And what's that about? You can create a new setup statement with that information and just keep tapping, or just do continuous tapping, which is just literally just tapping on the points as you talk. So you can talk it out and do the tapping. I hope this has been helpful. And I know I needed it, so I figured I would share it with all of you, because I know some of you out there need it. And I hope that you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. Just remember, keep showing up for yourself every day. Do the work, and I promise you're going to start getting change and shift in your life. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.